So we have some big news. OpenAI just released their brand new agent builder. And after building hundreds of automations on n8n and Make, I was honestly really excited to see this update. So in today's video, we're going to explore what this agent builder is all about, how it fits into OpenAI's bigger ecosystem. And then we'll just do a live build where I will create an agent that can answer some questions about my company, Flairr, and even connect it to a second knowledge base, just to show you how flexible this is. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what Agent Builder is all about, how it's structured, and whether this is something you should pursue in your business or in some of your projects. So everything now happens right inside platform.openai.com, as you can see over here, where OpenAI introduced something called the Agent Kit. So it's basically a full toolkit for building, deploying, and optimizing agents. And they've structured this around 3 key stages. So if I go to, so I'm in the docs right now. If I go to agents and overview, I have a bit of an overview of the agents. So the stages are build. We create and test the agents visually in the agent builder. We deploy, make it publicly available via ChatKit or the agents SDK, and then optimize is the final stage. And this is used built-in evaluation, trace grading, and data sets to improve your agent's performance over time, basically. So this might sound similar to automation platforms like n8n or Make, but the big difference is that this is designed for reason-based agents, not just trigger action workflows, and it's closer to giving pretty much GPT a brain, a memory, and a workflow canvas all in one. So let's head into the agent builder and see how this works. Okay, so if you go to platform.openai.com/agent builder, you will get to some screen like this, where you can create your workflow. There's a couple templates. These templates are actually quite nice and work out of the box. And if you've already created your workflow, you might not see the templates, but just go over here to your agency and then create a new project. And you should see these. So when you open the agent builder, you land on this very clean drag and drop canvas. And by default, you'll be presented by the start node and obviously the agent node. And on the left panel, you can see all the other nodes available, which we'll go through. But yeah, so these are the starting blocks. And I like that they kept it really simple. So if we head over to the start node, so here's just where you define your input variables. And you can make a string, number, boolean, object, and a list. And then you have the agent node where you can just simply rename your agent. You can put the instruction, so the prompt in here, make it big screen, and you can add context. So this is from the start node, which is cool. You can include some chat history. You can choose the model, reasoning effort. You can add different tools. I mean, look at all these tools. So you can do MCP server, the file search. I think I'm most excited about this. So you can add your vector store in here. You can do web search, code interpreter. And just on the MCP server, I mean, look at all these connectors that you have. You can do HubSpot, Zapier. I mean, you can do your email answers easy as giving description and then your access token. And then in this workflow, it can read all your emails, for example. So there's so many different things you can do here. You can add a file search over here, or you can put it in here like I showed, tools and file search, and then we can upload all our files here and it sorts it perfectly. So I will show this in the actual build. We also have this very cool guardrails node, which is really cool. So we check for PII, personally identifiable information, moderation, jailbreak, check if there's hallucinations, and we can edit this, so phone number, date, time, credit card. If we add this, we can build a nice workflow around it. So the start node, we check if there's any PII in here, and if there is, so if it fails, then we build a separate workflow, and if not, we can send it to the agent, and then we go on with our workflow. And then just some logic and data transformations and state variables. And what's interesting here is that OpenAI didn't overload the interface with hundreds of components, so it's very straightforward. And instead, they just gave you a few powerful primitives that can build almost anything once you understand how they connect. Okay, so let's build something very simple. So I'm gonna remove this guardrails, connect this guy, Flairr info agent. Your helpful assistant that helps people understand what Flairr does. So I'll keep it like that. We can use that model. And here I want to just add some tools. So I do want to do a file search. And created a TXT file with Flairr info text. So I can upload that. And you can see if I have more files, it will organize everything. So I can attach that. So now these automatically get vectorized, which means the agent can now search through them just like a normal knowledge base, and this is essentially a built-in RAG without needing to set up your own embedding or database. So if I go to preview now I can ask it a simple question and it's going to go through that vector store and bring us back an answer. So here, Flairr builds and implements custom AI solutions that cut costs and boost profitability, and what it looks like: AI specialist map. Common wins include automated document collection validation, often saving 200,000 plus per year. So here we can see all the information, and now I can go on and ask it more questions, and I'll keep looking at this this file. Okay, so let's make it a little bit smarter. So I'm going to add a second file in the search tool with a new data set, which is AI trends in 2025. So there are some public documents where AI adoption is heading next year. So this lets us test the multi-source reasoning, one knowledge base for Flairr's data and another for external context. So let's add another file search, trends. Boom. Okay. Attach. And I should probably rename them, but I'm not going to do that now. So now you can see we have two. So if the user asks about Flairr, Flairr data, the user asks about the future of AI, use that trends data. Okay, so obviously this is very simple. We can make this a bit better, but this should work for now. So let's test it again. So preview. So how does Flairr fit into the AI automation trends of 2025? So now what it's going to do, it should read from both those files and then give me an answer for that, which is really cool. So obviously, like I mentioned, this is a very straightforward example, but you can just imagine all the different things you can build with something like this. Okay, so here we go. So the short answer is Flairr's built for the 2025 shift from experiment to ROI-driven production-grade automation. It emphasizes custom integrated workflows, fast time to value, and low risk rollouts, exactly where AI automation is headed. And then it gives some more information over here. So then once you're done, you just head over here and you click on publish in the top right corner. And then you call this Flairr info, you hit publish, and then you get two options over here. So you can either publish it via the chat kit, so it lets you embed your agent as, let's say, a chat widget directly on your website or app or however you want, and you can also do it via the agent's SDK. So this gives you developer level control if you want to integrate into your own system, for example. So that's pretty much OpenAI's new agent builder, a full environment for designing, testing, and deploying intelligent agents. And in less than 15 minutes, we built a working Flairr info agent, added real knowledge base, and connected it to the broader AI landscape. And what I love is how clean and simplistic everything feels. So you don't have to piece together APIs or vector databases manually anymore. I mean, it's all in one place. From build to deployment. So if you found this walkthrough helpful, please subscribe and hit the like button. I'm new to YouTube. I'm planning to post a lot more, and I think there's so much that can come from this new agent builder. So stay tuned.